About 1 in 50,000 babies born in the U.S. will be diagnosed with PDCD. It's a rare genetic disorder, and today there is still no cure. But so many of the parents of these children work every day to change that through fundraising and research. And locally, Love for Lily has become a bit of a movement. We are so happy to have Lily's parents, Holly and Andrew, back here to talk about what is now their third annual fundraiser this weekend. You guys, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us. We always love being here.
Yeah, well, we love having you. Let's start with Lily.
Yes.
She's doing great. She looks amazing. But let's
she's a rock
talk.
star.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about PDCD.
Yeah, so PDCD is where the body can't process carbs for energy. So traditionally our body, when we eat, those carbs would be turned into energy for the brain and other vital organs, and her body is just not able to do that. So if she consumes carbs, it turns into lactic acid, which is very dangerous to have that in the body at high levels. So she's on a medical keto diet, and she's a rock star. She's kicking butt.
And just nothing comes easy for her.
Right.
Like she's in therapies, and it's almost like her body can't figure the things out that we would be able to figure out as neurotypical individuals. She just works so much harder to figure that kind of stuff out, which is always a challenge, but it's also like super inspirational to see Lily be able to overcome these things and kind of better do the things that everybody else can do. She just has to work a little bit harder, and she is motivated to do it.
Oh my gosh. And you guys, I'm going to say, follow them on social media because you guys do such a great job. You have 3 children now. You guys went to Colombia on a vacation. You are going out. You are doing the things. Let's talk about really, and maybe how her drive has helped fire you up to try to help find a cure for this, because you've had a lot of roadblocks.
Yeah, so it's one of those situations where you're put in a situation where there's nothing you can do, right? And so this thing kind of evolved from just being in a space of feeling helpless, and now, I love that you called it a movement. I think that's fantastic. It gives us hope, maybe realistically, not necessarily for Lily, but for other families to not have to navigate this alone, and that what we have raised so far has funded some really fantastic research.
And so for the research, we're funding things like genetic therapy research, because this is a genetic condition, and so while we can come up with treatments, the cure would be genetic therapies. But we're also funding other things through Hope for PDCD, the organization, like a brain organoid study, where we can actually test treatments on direct cells that allow for us to better understand what the implications for these treatments are. So it's really exciting stuff that's happening on the research side, but like Holly is downplaying what she has done, because 2 months after we got this diagnosis was the first Love for Lily event, and it's just grown since then. And over the past few years, we've raised over $100,000 that goes right to the foundation to support research for these kiddos. And
I do think Lily inspires us to just keep exploring. We don't know how long we'll have with her, and we want her to experience as much as she can. So Colombia wasn't easy, but we want to make those memories, and we want her to be able to see as much as she can for as long as she can.
Yeah, and it really, I'm calling it a movement because the community has embraced you and embraced Lily and embraced this event. $100,000 in 3 years is pretty impressive stuff. So let's talk about this day. If people want to participate, this is such an easy way to bring a community together to help something much bigger.
Yes, so as parents of 3, we're always looking for things to get out of the house and keep the kids busy and occupied. And so that is kind of the heart of this. It is a family-friendly event. We have over 120 vendors. We have food trucks. We have there's a really amazing organization out of Holland that's coming to do a free nail bar, free face painting, and kids tattoos. We have a band, beer and wine.
Grand Rapids Children's Museum.
Grand Rapids Children's Museum is joining us this year, and they're going to have activities for the kids. And then kind of our big area that we make the money is our raffle. So we have tons of things this year. We've got a stay at the Amway. Michigan Glamping donated a stay at a Mirror House or a Dome.
Okay.
We have signed memorabilia. We've got tons of spa packages, just so many things. So we want people to come out. We want you to bring your kids, bring your friends, have a drink. We want you to shop. We want you to, put your name in for the raffle. And then if you can't be there, you can buy tickets online. You don't have to be present. If your name is called for the raffle, we'll call you. You can also donate on the Hope for PDCD Foundation website. You could become a monthly donor if that interests you. And we do this every year. So we're always looking for sponsors, and we're always looking for raffle package donations. And
Perfect. And if people want to, I mean, you guys are drawing for a raffle Friday too, right?
Yes.
We just do mini giveaways throughout the period leading up. So if you follow us on socials, then just search for Love for Lily, and you'll be able to be entered into those mini raffles. Because even if you buy tickets, that's all we're really looking for, and you're supporting a great cause. But you can win things on the way too, and that's another part of this event, is that all of those vendors are also donating a portion of their profits, and so. Do your Christmas shopping. Come out and shop for Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, whatever you have coming up, and all of that will go towards supporting kids with rare diseases.
It's a beautiful day. Like, you could just feel the hope in the air. You walk through and everybody knows they're there for a good cause. It is really beautiful.
Well, you guys are amazing, and
Thank
thank you so much. And give Lily our love.
We will.
So if you want to learn more, head to Facebook. There's an event page there. You can get in on those raffles ahead of time if you want. But you can get to Fulton Street Market on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., completely free to attend, but it is all for a good cause. Bring the family, bring the friends, and help support Love for Lily.